out. And then here we got Beyond the Stars 2, number 4, three-way from Planet Hell. Jazz and Captain Scoop bond over double teaming one of the ravenous fang beats of Planet Hell. You're not half bad, kid. Maybe I'll join. Couple blasts from Gus, and then these guys are done though. You know, we'll just stand there and just face tank that for a little bit. I'm getting a little hot, coming in spicy. There's Angela flipping us the bird, you know, just like a degenerate, but we're gonna take her out, you know, which I guess what they've been doing is they've been fusing Gatlians to these guys, and that's where they got their guns. They're all there, kind of like Adderall, but for the Gatlians, you know. And then it's always the lasers, always these freaking laser beams come back. You know, now we're able to kind of interact, get this guy, teleport him out. So he's been saved. You know, I'm not sure if he's ever going to be the same again, but welcome everybody, and we are back, still on the Zephyr planet, trying to take on the Skrendal Brothers. So if you're not aware, the live audio, it was not able to be recorded, so I am recording over this episode here. Now, if you don't mind taking a moment to hit that like and subscribe button, definitely really helping out. Leave a comment, you know, what did you guys overall think of the Skrendal Brothers and, you know, the Zephyr planet, and yeah, the Moplets. You know, definitely let me know down in the comments, and do ring that bell for notifications for future videos and when I go live. I've definitely been trying to go live more often, but yeah, we are in here. So we're using Creature, trying to get these bugs to come out, so then we can kind of zip across here, because that's his extra little, like, you know, kind of movement tech that he has. Seems like that's kind of a pretty common thing, is that each one kind of has its own like little movement thing as well, you know. So like Kenny here can fire those globs, which can knock those platforms down. Gus has his discs, which you can like grab onto. Even Knifey can go and, you know, use him for zip lines, and also for going up Gus's discs. Then Sweezy's able to kind of freeze those fans, so then we can get through. And then now with Creature, he is able to launch his little children into those beehives. So that's kind of doing some exploring here, making sure that we kind of picked up everything while we were here before we zip over to the other side. It definitely looked like an area where it might be difficult coming back. You know, just gonna kind of look around, make sure we didn't miss any like knifey boxes, you know, anything like that. Gonna take a look up here. Doesn't look like there's much around here that we had missed out on. So I'm gonna head back over this direction, and then go ahead, and then, you know, after a minute here, we're just gonna continue our journey, trying to take out the Skrendal Brothers. So have so far defeated one Skrendal Brother, which unfortunately was on an episode that it didn't end up recording correctly. But yeah, took out one Skrendal Brother, and now we're just trying to get our ways through the other ones, you know. Then we're able to knock that down, and then we're able to use the jetpack. And then here we got to use Gus's discs. Gonna back up here, take a little bit of a run, you know, kind of hit the thing a little bit, knifey on over, you know. And then I think we should be almost close enough that we can, you know, just kind of zip on up, and then we're able to grab and jump our way up. So you definitely don't want to fall into that gross toxic water there. And then it looks like here we're just going to want to kind of jump over here. We got somebody just, you know, decided to basically unalive themselves there. And then we're going to zip over here, which then we can use the rest of the jetpack to get up and over. We got to take care of this guy here. Just one shot, and he's down. Not too much for those big, minor grunts. And then we got these guys up here, which the bigger ones are kind of a pain sometimes. But, we are able to, with Sweezy, kind of pierce through, their armor and stuff like that. And then we come down here and we just give him the good old knifey chop. Just going to take him out real quick. And so yeah, here we go. We got another spot for Gus. So we're going to go and zip on over. And we're able to land there, but definitely been liking the game. Been really enjoying it. Coming back to the Zephyr Paradise, and these guys just hop out into a bad day. Finish this guy off real quick. We got the mites coming here. Got to watch out for the bugs. Bring up the bug spray. We got that one, the armored mite. It's kind of annoying, but overall they're not too difficult to deal with. Take a couple blasts from Gus, and then these guys are done though. We'll just stand there and just face tank that for a little bit. I'm getting a little bit low, so do want to keep an eye on that, because you take a unlucky shot and then you're just down in the dirt. But luckily our stuff refilled. We got to watch out for these sniper guys, because they'll knock you back and they do quite a bit of damage. I'm gonna go and try to zip across here, staying out of their line of sight, and then we'll just blow that tank up. Got this guy over here on the left, give him a little slashy, and he is just down for the count. We still have that one guy up top here, which we should be able to take care of real quick. He's over there, hit him with the time stop, come in, a couple stabs, and he's down for the count as well. Definitely like knifey. I gotta say, I think overall, of all of them, knifey has been my favorite. He's just a maniac. The stuff he says is just hilarious. They're all funny, but yeah, something about knifey. Refill on our Gatterall there. Kind of like Adderall, but for the Gatlians. And then it's always the lasers. Always these freaking laser beams. But it's alright. We got Creature and his children there. And then there's the Skrendal brother. And try to see if we can't land some shots on him, but he runs off. Just like just runs off. Like most of these little G3 guys just seem to be little wusses, so we're gonna have to hunt him down and we'll finish him out. These guys are popping out of here. We got that guy. He's he's a new one. He sort of has some extra armor, so I think that's when we'd want to be using Sweezy, to go and get through that extra armor. So we just come in, and instead we're just gonna give him the Slicerito, and then knocking down some of these guys with Creature's children. Just kind of get them all over the battlefield. They do quite a bit of work. I gotta watch out here because I am a little low on the vitals, but I am able to pick up a Dura tank. Kind of chill here behind some cover. Wait till my stuff starts to fill up, and then we're gonna go finish this off. We got the robot up there. We got this guy just donating the Dura health basically. Pop him with a couple shots from Kenny. And yeah, this guy's trying to sneak up onto us, but then we'll just give him a little bit. He is getting healed by that one thing, which is pretty annoying. You do got to watch out for those guys, But again, we hit him with the time stop, take out his little healing bot, and then we give him just a good chop right there. Just smashing them. Hopefully you guys are going to be smashing that like and subscribe button. Ring that bell for notifications. Definitely always leave a comment, especially anything that I can do to improve the channel, content-wise, visuals. I'm trying to work on, just getting better, new channel. So everything helps a lot. Definitely any likes or subscribes. Taking that guy, just popped his eyeball right out, which is actually, I think, one of the more satisfying things is when you knock out their eyeballs and then they just start running around. Hit that goo tank, take him out real quick. But yeah, definitely been liking this game. I do think though we are getting probably near the end of it. So I'm going to be looking for a new game to play. I did kind of list off some games in my 50 subscriber video. If any of those in particular were something you would like to see, definitely let me know in a comment. We need to be finding a new game here. But I do got a couple thoughts. We are going to be doing, as far as the live stream, since we just finished up Baldur's Gate, we're going to be doing Dragon Age Veilguard, because that did look cool, and I've been a big fan of the Dragon Age games since Origins came out. And then here we got Beyond the Stars 2, number 4, three-way from Planet Hell. Jazz and Captain Scoop bond over double teaming one of the ravenous fang beats of Planet Hell. You're not half bad, kid. Maybe I'll join you. So they're coming together. Definitely probably not going to see that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe anytime soon. But this game is pretty crazy. Like, those comics kind of came out of nowhere. And so those are definitely just, it's a wacky game. I like it. I like the references. I like everything about it. I did hear, I guess they may be coming out with a second one, which is kind of cool. So I guess maybe there's like a cliffhanger-iness, or they're just coming out with a second one. This guy's trying to run off, but he's not going to get far. Then we find another knife box. Gonna give that one a little chop, collect some coinage. Coming in here, we know what to do with this. Real easy. We got this. Oh, look, there's a human guy. He's talking about basically they've been forcing him to jerk it to alien porn. So that's something I think we need to save him from. He doesn't seem too bothered by it, but we got to be saving our race. So let's go ahead and just knock that guy in there. So then he'll take down this little force field thing. So then we can go and shoot the guy into this one. So we got to get this one here. Oops, kind of missed a little bit. And then we get him in. He's going to run through. He's going to go through the tunnel. And then we're able to knock down this other force field. And then from there, definitely able to keep going. You need to take out these guys here real fast. Like, you just came into the wrong spot, bud. You only sending in one of your guys. Like, I've been taking on whole crews here. So we're gonna zip up here, find this guy. He's just sitting down. Wasn't ready, not even close. This guy, a couple shots with Kenny and a swipe with Knifey, and he's down for the count. Getting our Tarzan on as we swing over here. Gonna come back. Now we're able to kind of interact, get this guy, teleport him out. So he's been saved. Not sure if he's ever going to be the same again, but at least we rescued him. No more experiments, because some of those experiments that we saw did look a little creepy. I guess what they've been doing is they've been fusing Gatlians to these guys. And that's where they got their guns, because the G3 took over the planet Gatlian, so all their guns are experimented on Gatlians, so it even makes more of a reason to take out these G3 guys, because not only are they harming our species, but they just seem to be a terror around the universe. So just working our way through the base here. Found another one of those things. There's freaking one of the Skrendal Bros trying to talk some smack, but we're gonna go ahead and we'll slow this down real quick. Fire a creeper children thing through it, and then he's giving us a dirty look, and off he runs. Not unexpected for a G3 coward. Seems like they just kind of prey on weaker species. So, and then faced with a challenge, they just run away. So now we're back here, kind of trying to figure out where we need to go next. We got these guys getting healed on, so we need to take care of the healers. Give that guy a couple quick shots to the dome piece and a good slice of Reno, and then he is down for the count. We're gonna hit this guy with the blob. Try to zip on over, trying to kind of combo him up, have him get knocked down, and then we, smash into him. Then we got these guys with the claws. They haven't been a problem at all. Taking a look around. There's that guy. We're just going to go take him out real quick. You know, a little blast and the blast and slash. Yeah, another one of those guys. We end up taking out his eye from a distance with Gus. And then we just got the claw dude, which this guy is definitely in the wrong neighborhood. We're going to show him why he doesn't want to mess with us. Picking up the Dura health. And then we're going to keep going. Keep our journey alive. We got to save the moplets. And then here we go. We found ourselves another Skrendal brother. I'm gonna sit there and try to talk some shit through the glass, but now we're coming in. We're coming in hot, coming in spicy. There's Angela flipping us the bird, you know, just like a degenerate, but we're gonna take her out, you know, which, you know, I guess, you know, that's just how they're named. We gotta watch this guy. He does summon in some minions, but all that is just providing us with more Dura health tanks. So, you know, nothing scary about these guys. This guy likes to spray some goop from afar. Well, we know how to deal with this guy. We're gonna hit him. He knocks us up a little bit, but we're able to sit there and blast him down. You know, hitting him with Squeezy, getting those needler bits on, and then we can go and hopefully just blow him up. You know, as we're feeding some more Gatterall there. You know, again, this guy's gonna try to see if he can't, you know, knock us down, but we're just doing heavy damage to this Skrendal. It's like, sure, go ahead, knock us around. We're not too worried about it. You know, we just sit here and we're just gonna hit the good old time stop. You know, again, blasting the goop, trying to goop us. Well, he ain't gonna goop us. We're gonna goop him right after we take care of this minion. Fill up on the Dura health. Find out where he's at. Looks like he's a little bit to the left, so we're gonna get out of here, reposition a bit, you know, go and take out this guy real fast. You know, a little chop. Can't handle the knifey. Then we got to go back over here, and we're just gonna finish the job. You know, he's trying to come up and get in our face, and that's, you know, that's fine with us. You know, it makes you an easier target. And then we're gonna zip and, you know, try to bob and weave a little bit. Try not to take too many of those. You know, you keep sending in the minions and we'll just keep cutting them down, getting some more of that health back. This time we got 3 of those guys. You know, just kind of watching it the second time. You can see there's one of those beehives, so we could have gotten that, so then we could be swinging around as well. But, you know, didn't really feel it was too necessary with this one. This was by far one of the easier Skrendal Bros that we took out, and then just gonna hit him here, show him who the real Goop Master is. You know, Goop Master Flash coming in. So let's go, and we're gonna finish him off. You know, Squeezy's been doing the work so far, and then we're gonna take him out, and then he decides to, I guess, jump in there, which, you know, I guess that'd be the end of that one. That's 2 down. There was 3 of them, so we got 2 down, and we got 1 to go. And we're going to come through here. We find another one of those little holographic things. But it doesn't look like there's a way for us to really blast into that. So we're going to come up here, hit this knifey box, you know, and then we kind of take a look, and it's like, oh, I think we got to just shoot over here. You know, trying to kind of aim a little bit. So then we're able to get creatures, children in there, and then we got to use this to kind of rearrange this jump pod, or, you know, not jump pod, but it's like a little springboard thing that we can knock ourselves over. You know, because we're trying to get over there. There's a little space for us to shoot. So we got to shoot a disc over there. And then we're going to have to we got that rearranged to look like pretty close. I think we do some final adjustments just to make sure. And then we're going to come in here, come in with Kenny, get the goop on, goop this up, and then we're going to zip on over and continue going where we need to go. You know, so we end up just having enough fuel to make it over there. Probably could also hit the with knifey and kind of zipped over there. But, you know, We are getting near the end of the episode, so definitely do want to, let you guys know I truly appreciate you watching the episode. Hit that like, subscribe button, really helps out. And as always, much love, everyone.